and then she passed by me. Poor girl. She always smelled good, but when she passed by me, I just like she like this because like we're sitting in class, and I just got like a whiff of shit. I was like, oh my god, this bitch just shit herself. I felt bad though. That was I don't know. I just felt bad for her because I'm like, oh shit, she was walking around with a shitty booty ass. You know? Yeah, I know. Is this the new intro? Did Fatal Luck make this one?
Why? Could you think it's bad?
I don't think it's bad. It just sounds like a Fatal Luck production.
No, it's mine.
Oh, okay. Were you inspired by Fatal Luck?
No, not really.
Oh.
Well, this is an old track.
It sounds like Fatal Luck-esque. You know what I mean?
Cause there's an era where wait, can I? Well, guys, I don't have to wear the mask anymore. I checked the oxygen levels are fine, but I still have to make sure. Like, you know how like Jewish women they have to cover their head with a wig.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Wait,
yeah, I know about that. Yeah, Adam King said they had to do it because they were being raped and shit, so they had to make themselves ugly.
From what I heard, it was because they need to like block their head from like God or something, some shit like that.
Yeah.
So like at first they started just like shaving their head, but then they would wear like a what's it called, a wrap or whatever.
Yeah, so like something similar to like a hijab.
Yeah, but then I heard one of them. I think this is more like a Western thing. One of them just decided like, oh, I can just wear like another wig and it's gonna be fine. And then they just started wearing a wig. So
well, the funny thing is, all the Abrahamic faith, like we shit on Muslims because like, oh, they wear the hijab, but like women, according to like Christianity, Judaism, and the Quran, they're all supposed to be covering their head at all times. So it's funny, like whenever you see like Christians debating Muslims, and they're like, oh, like you guys want women to wear like. You guys want women to wear like head covers and all this shit. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's in the Bible. It literally is in the Bible.
So you think I shouldn't be wearing this right now?
I mean, you could wear it because
the reason why is so just like, you know,
to block the rays.
Lot of shit happening, man. Especially in the multiverse. So you know, you gotta protect your everything, but especially your neck.
You look like a Saudi prince.
Welcome to episode 31. I don't know, 32, 31, I forgot. Anyway, I didn't put that the one that we did, the emergency broadcast. I unlisted it. Oh, sorry, I need to I unlisted it because we only got like 4 views. And honestly, it was like too like raw emotions at that time. Like, I'm pretty sure we were all drunk. I was yelling at you guys, you and Axel, about everything.
I was pretty drunk at that point too.
And I was just getting mad. I was getting mad at Axel because at the time his ideas just felt like dumb to me. Because he said something like, "Oh, it might be left or right." I'm like, bro, like, come on, bro, get real. We know. At the time, we didn't know exactly who it was.
Yeah, because this was within a 24-hour time frame.
But I was like, bro, like, get real. Like, we need we're not trying to be like, oh no, it might be both of them. Like, no, we know who's causing the why, not even that. We know who's celebrating what's going on right now. And obviously, you know, we're still crafting our little theories and everything. We're saying the whole like,
did you see the Izzy video?
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah, that's the only like video that I've watched in full of them talking about like, I guess, the conspiracy surrounding Charlie Kirk.
But well, now everyone's kind of shifting towards like, after we found the guy, obviously there's still people that believe that, you know, he was like the patsy or whatever. People were saying that about Luigi. They said that he was like the fake one that they blamed it on or something like that. When he shot that CEO, and people are kind of saying the same thing with this new guy. They're saying like, oh no, he was just like the guy they blame it on. The guy who actually did it is still at large. Did you hear that the dad was the one who
yeah, he turned him in.
He turned him in. I heard people were saying that like, oh, like the dad was like a good role model or whatever because he was willing to you know, like still like lock his son up and everything, even though he knew what he did. But I heard Steve Bannon said he said that he believes the dad, like, the dad only turned him in because he thought he would be an
Well,
accessory.
he would technically be one.
But also, I heard his priest, or whatever the Mormon version of a priest is, pastor, told him, because allegedly, this is what they're saying, he confessed to his pastor, and the pastor told the police.
Oh shit! Damn, I did not know that.
I saw someone say that. Well, that's very telling, because if it was a Catholic priest, he probably wouldn't have said anything.
Well, yeah, because the Catholic priest, they're not supposed to break the what is it called, the seal or something like that, the veil or something like that. Like, you could tell them the most heinous shit ever, and they're not supposed to tell anybody. And that's supposedly like some controversy, I think, in Washington, because they want to make the law to where it's like the priest has to tell the law what this person did or said.
Yeah.
And people are like, obviously like protesting, and they're angry about it. I don't know if it's set in stone yet, but they're upset that they're trying to make it to where priests have to tell on the parishioner.
So is Lila Rose making a big deal about that right now?
Oh, I'm not sure yet.
I feel like that's something that like one of those like minuscule things that she'll make like a big deal about it.
Probably.
About, like, remember when I think you showed me this one where they were talking about like not surrogacy. It was one of the
IVF?
It was the IDF things.
IVF?
But it was one of the ones that was kind of like, like, if you're trying to make sure a baby's viable. It was one of those things. I'm like, who really cares at the end of the day? Like, we're like, it was one of the ones where it's like you're killing, and she was making like a big deal about that, and I'm just like, come on, like, we know, like, obviously, like, because I think it's like even the ones on the other side, the women on the other side, like making all these like hypothetical like scenarios, and like the ones on the other side like defending like every single hypothetical scenario. And I guess even Charlie did.
Well, I guess what it is that they're not thinking about it in like a long enough timeline. Because in a long enough timeline, obviously, like, it's not to be mean and be like, oh yeah, that kid's a burden for everybody, but it's like it's gonna cause issues for other people in the future. Like, it's just like factually true.
Sorry, I was going through my things. I don't even know when this came out. Oh, sorry, wait, this.
Damn Daniel shots. Damn Daniel. What the fuck?
But it's like reversed. I guess they figure. Oh, it's because like they're just doing like the white vans at the bottom. I don't even know. This is just some like brain rot I just saw right now.
But no, yeah, they don't see, like, they don't understand that in like a long enough timeline, it is gonna create some issues. But I think that's a problem that like Christians and liberals have in common, is that like they think like idealistically speaking, all this shit's gonna work however which way they think is gonna work, whilst completely ignoring like human nature. So like, that idea I talked about 100 times on the channel about how like Christians would be like, oh, just, when you get out of high school, get married and just do that, right? It's like, yeah, idealistically speaking, that's what we should be doing, but in today's current climate with dating, that's not viable. Well, the guy's usually gonna get fucked over.
Yeah.
So yeah, idealistically speaking, I'd love for that to work, but gonna work. It's the same thing like even when liberals do, and they're like, oh, if we just keep giving money to like the hood or whatever, that's gonna help them eventually. But it very clearly has never helped them in the 60 years that we've been doing
programs.
Oh,
you ever see that? There was like one video. It was just like a bunch of like black kids like going to like a mall or whatever, like taking it over or something. And whenever they say that thing with like the teen takeovers, like there's always people in the comments saying like, oh, the reason why they're doing this is because they don't have after school activities. So what you're saying is they're kind of like skipping over. It's like how like women, when they talk about abortion, they skip over the fact that like
it's murder.
No, that they didn't have to have sex for 80% of the time. Like they like to bring up the rape thing all the fucking time, but when it comes to the fact that they could close their legs, they don't ever talk about that. Not even with the bringing up the pill or everything, because obviously all the Catholics are gonna be like, I don't even want the pill. I don't want contraception. I don't want. I almost said IDF. What's called IVF.
Well, you said IDF earlier, so I said IVF.
IVF. I don't want any of that. But some like the ones that are more in the middle, they're just gonna be like, I don't want you killing babies. Like, what's like a long ass time for them to kill a baby? Like,
okay, for me, if you're asking me personally, I think like anything after like 3 months is like, all right, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, like you need, like, I can tell me in 3 months you couldn't decide whether or not you're going to keep it. I knew somebody that got an abortion at 6 or 7 months.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's that. I mean,
another thing they like to not the abortionists, but like the anti-abortion women, like like Lila Rose. They love showing the extremely graphic.
Yeah, like why the fuck are you showing that? Like I understand. I understand.
You retweeted too, bro. No, keep in mind, I like doing it too. I like just like going in the family group chat and just go like, boop, here you go.
I like doing it on Facebook because it's like I follow a bunch of like normies and liberals and shit, but because it's like normies or liberals, even a lot of like magatards, they have like this habit of like blindly supporting an idea without actually seeing like the ramifications or whatever.
Like if you told like a magatard, like
if you show them like a video of some like, and I seen this myself, some like little Palestinian girl with her fucking babas hanging out. Bro, it's fucking horrible.
Or like just any of the IDF videos of them like killing kids or anything.
Yeah, it's like
or any of the proof. They're like, no, I can't.
I want to watch that shit. I don't want to watch that shit. That's what they always hit you with.
Or like, oh, that's not on the news. It has to be on the news.
If that actually happened, wouldn't it be on the news?
Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, I guess because we're so like desensitized, we're just gonna be like, you know what? You just need. Same thing with the shooting. Like it's like what Sam was right in saying that everyone should kind of see the video. The full video, but like you just like reposted it again. Like,
well, I think like there is like some value in seeing like something horrific like that, but
I think there's a reason why it's online still, because I feel like with all these shootings or just any like mass shooting in general, I don't know if it's because we want it to be there as a reminder. Same thing with the other girl that got beat up on the train. Do you remember her name?
Ivana or something like that. I forgot her name. But yeah, the girl on the bus. I know what you're talking about.
We want to keep it around as a memory, but I feel like with every other like attack like that, we'll go like remember like the Buffalo shooting?
Oh,
the one where the guy he went to like a grocery store and just killed like 10 blacks or something.
Oh, I think I remember. Yeah,
like I remember seeing the video, but then after like all the other mass shootings like Christchurch, any of those ones, they get wiped right away. But this one is like I guess literally because it's like literally like JFK, like our generation's like JFK basically.
Yeah, to send like a message.
Yeah, so they got it, but
especially the ones that are in the know, it's like, look, motherfucker.
Yeah,
we can do this.
But
especially Charlie Kirk.
On the other side, I kind of feel like they're like no one's saying like, oh, like take it down or whatever, because they feel like it's for the other side is gonna show you like, oh, this is what's gonna happen if you speak out or whatever.
Yeah, like
or if you like say what you really want to say, that's gonna happen to you. So it's kind of like a scare tactic, but yeah, again, I feel like right now we're too soon. This is the aftermath of what happened, what we're living in right now, but we're too close. We're too far away to see like the fruits of what's actually gonna happen afterwards, or if anything's gonna happen afterwards. Like, I think in general we're just waiting for like Trump to do something. I think that's the main thing, and then if Trump doesn't do anything, then I guess white riot. But also it's gonna have to be it's gonna have to be an acts of 3.
I honestly think if one more thing happens, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be full civil war.
Everything happens in acts of 3. Like in general, whenever a tragedy happens, they're always in acts of 3. So
we had the girl, we had Charlie Kirk, and if something else happens, I'm not saying it's gonna be full on civil war, but I do think that there's gonna be like far right groups that start coming out to protest or whatever, and then eventually them boys that control the media are gonna start covering it, and then what's gonna happen is it's gonna start riling up a bunch of blacks. So all the black movements like. Not the Black Panthers. What did you call them? The
Not Fucking Around Coalition.
The not fucking around coalition. The Hebrew Israelites, Nation of Islam. What's the other one? BLM. Like groups like that are gonna start coming out protesting, and then it's just gonna turn into a big fucking shit show.
Well, I think,
and it could lead to a civil war, but I doubt that it will lead to that.
I think the media has like a good pulse on keeping the civil war calm. Because even right now, all the people that we know that are talking about it. We had Nick talk about it. We had Sam talk about it. None of them are saying that we need to have violence right now. And in fact, they're kind of like telling people not to lead towards violence.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, right now, the main thing we gotta worry about is if or at least that what we had to worry about for a minute was if they were gonna try to frame like the Groypers
Mm-hmm.
to being like the instigator, or Nick Fuentes to being the instigators. I told you this yesterday. Because literally last week I was explaining to you like the history of the word Groyper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna call that. This is the title of the episode. What is a Groyper? I think that's what we're gonna call it. So I was explaining to you like Groyper was just like a little frog. It was like a spin-off of Pepe, and it was like a little fat frog that was like this, um, and like fat and everything, like laying down. That was what a Groyper was. And then it was just people that had those little like cartoon frogs, and then they would edit them to have, they would put like a beach ball in the background, and they would call themselves Beach Ball Groyper, or they would edit, like they would draw them into being like Iron Man. They would call them like Iron Man Groyper or something like that. But it was just like what you call them, and then with that kind of came more like right leaning things, but that was kind of a given already, because at the time, Pepe was already in the 4chan trenches. But it was just kind of a given that they're gonna have more right leaning opinions. And then, but that was, I can't tell, that was like from like maybe 2017 to 2018. Don't call me on that. And then like 2019, Groyper starts shifting, unwilling. I don't even think Nick tried to do this, but the term Groyper started meaning anyone who's a Nick Fuentes fan, and that lasted for 5 years up until this week. Because you saw it, right? You saw that. Or actually, no, I don't know if
Well, you talking about the first Groyper War?
No. There were people. They were trying to say that the shooter might be a Groyper.
Yeah, I saw something about it on
So
Twitter. But I didn't pay no mind because I'm like, no fucking Groyper's gonna do that.
it was the girl I was talking about, this fat girl.
Oh.
This fat girl. If you haven't seen this, I'm gonna play this. This was a girl.
In a presidential on the menu. So Gen Z.
Whoa.
If we vote, as the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So Gen Z, let's take our seat in our democracy.
Let's pull out. She should have said, "Let's pull out our seat and make sure there's enough space for everyone."
Let's make sure the seat's not plastic.
Let's make sure that the table's bolted to the ground. Oh my gosh. But anyway, no, this girl right here. She literally, she might have deleted it. Actually, let me
I want to do real quick in the future. I want to do like a slop video of us just reacting to like fat people videos.
We could do that. Let's see if she she probably talks a lot.
I feel like she's one of these people that send out.
Yeah, now
like
they're talking about the Epstein letter again. They just act like this whole week was like, it just I just know Martin Luther King's daughter is exhausted. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? It is genuinely making me really sad on a human level that the only mainstream political person I've seen post non-political and purely loving things about Charlie Kirk is Candace. What the fuck does that mean?
I think she's trying to say that it's a black chick.
No, what she's trying to say is that everyone else is making their like posts about Charlie Kirk like politically motivated. Like, okay, you need to get a gun, or oh, you need to defend yourself, or oh, like this is what they're gonna do to all of us. But she's trying to spin it as like, oh, she was the only one that just went like, oh, R.I.P. and didn't try to have like some sort of like ulterior motive. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Guardian is backing the claim that Tyler Robson's friend, that the alleged Charlie Kirk killer, was a leftist. Let me just look up her name again. Let me see.
Obama. You ever think Obama is gonna like come back?
Uh, well, you know when Trump won, that all these people were trying to like cope and say that she was going to or that he was gonna come back and like beat Obama, because the idea is that Trump just he preys on women. Oh yeah, this is what she was saying. Okay, I got it. I got it. Can you get in the frame again?
Oh my bad.
Yeah, we just kind of need you. We kind of need you more over here. All right, don't go on that side. Don't go
Oh,
on
you
the
don't want to
left.
go in over here?
Don't go on the left. We don't want everyone going on the left. It's like that one thing from the Bible where it says like don't look back or else you're gonna turn to salt. Do you remember
Yeah.
what that one's from?
Yeah, from Genesis. It's like chapter 10 or 11.
Oh shoot, really?
Yeah. Lot, the nephew of Abraham, his bitch of a wife. His wife is like a nagging bitch the whole time. I can say that because it's Old Testament.
Yeah. So she was saying that she just quote retweeted this random thing, because these guys are like dumb. They think that, I guess this person was like, random posts. They take random posts from 4chan and they like, cause you see like zoom in on here. This isn't the actual post, but it was like this random person on 4chan on poll, the political board, gets a picture of him and goes like, oh, is he our guy? And these guys are just like instantaneously like pushing out whatever they think, and these guys don't have any accounts obviously, so like it's not worth like taking everything. You got to take things on poll with a grain of salt for the most part. There was a moment where it was like decent information, but now it's just like some of it's good, some of you got to take it with a grain of salt. But these people, these are like the type of people that think that like their idea of like 4chan is from like internet historian videos where he goes like, oh, look at when 4chan shut down Shia LaBeouf's he will not divide. Like they just think of it as like a huge like conglomerate. That's what they just think of it as like one big entity. So this dumbass is like, oh, look at the Groyper antennas are vibrating on 4chan. Like they just took two random posts that said like, oh yeah, it might be the shooter, and then this girl's like, the Groypers are claiming him on 4chan. I'm like, so this is what I mean. This week, when was it? September 10th. The definition of Groyper basically changed. Like in real time to being just like anyone who's far right.
Damn.
Literally just changed again. So we had well, I guess it's kind of fitting because we had one of the moderates go, and now
that's what confused me about his death the most.
We're kind of, so we lost the moderate, and so now everyone's a Groyper. We live in the Groyper world order now, I guess.
Everyone's getting groiped.
Because you even saying now, they're saying like I'm seeing all these lefties like just like casually
dropping Groyper.
Yeah, calling anyone who's like a kid a Groyper. Like, yeah, it'd be cool, but you know, now everyone's a Groyper. We have some goyles out there that are kids, and you know they think that they play the long game, and you know, like zog it up, zog it up. Can we make a remix of that?
I feel like it's one of those things that like people that are only like halfway like invested in politics, like they'll use like a word or a phrase and just throw it around.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, I feel like even the word conservative gets fucking thrown
around.
Well,
really, the OG one, maybe we were the instigators, because not us per se, but you know, the side that we decided to join, the company that we decided to sign on to, started it when we started just calling everyone SJW. Maybe that's where it started.
Are you taking some responsibility for that?
I guess, yeah. Because what I never liked it when we called everything SJW or woke, because it just felt like it, even though it does make sense because
everything was pretty much
woke.
But
we just need a simple thing to call everything. It's like when I remember there was like a clip where wait, let me see. I could find it. Basically, Trump was like, I think it was like a Telemundo interview, and like the guy asked him. This is I think this was back when he was still like running for president. He was at like Trump said like anchor baby or something. I assume you know what an anchor baby is.
Yeah, I know what
right?
an anchor baby is.
Let me see. Anchor baby. Anchor baby. Yeah, it's this one. Wow, I hope these guys don't copyright strike me. Oh.
Donald Trump and his rivals in the still nascent presidential race
You guys supposed to sound Jewish?
are sparking a national debate over immigration.
What's the difference?
Increasingly involves three terms: birthright citizenship, anchor babies, and maternity tourism. What do these terms mean? Birthright citizenship refers to the 14th Amendment right of anyone born immigrants or short-term visitors entering the U.S. for the sole purpose of giving birth to take advantage of birthright citizenship. Some consider anchor babies a derogatory term because of its association with undocumented Mexican immigrants. It's also associated with wealthy Chinese citizens who engage in so-called maternity tourism. That typically involves a pregnant woman visiting.
So basically, I don't think this was the clip, but this is like a 10-year-old clip that he got into it of with someone saying, like, he just said anchor baby and someone told him like, oh, don't say that because that's a derogatory term. And he's like, so what do you want me to call it? And he's like, oh, the guy was like, oh, babies of undocumented workers that have landed in America and are that exists to keep. It was like some long ass sentence, and he was like, fuck no, I'm not gonna do that. So there's a reason why we have like these like derogatory terms, like yeah, like Groyper. It went from being like people who have these cartoon things to being people who are Nick Fuentes fans, and now they just mean anyone who's like a kid on the right. That's what it means now, basically. And even these people,
It was like insult. We had a whole episode on that. Like the word just gets thrown around for any fucking reason.
Yeah, and to us, or at least people who are like really online, we go like, okay, like why the fuck are you like, because I know there's people that throw the term around and they know better, but they're still gonna be like, oh no, the Groypers did this, because it's a vague insult to a group of people that you can just say the name and the people are gonna go like, wow, yeah, those guys are fucking dumb, those Groypers are dumb. So it's just like a vague kind of like insult that can, you know, insult everyone without having to specifically insult a certain group of people or a certain person, I should say. And again, it was the same thing that we did with SJW. We called all these people blue-haired, you know, complaining about
latte
stuff.
drinking.
We're just like, yeah, y'all are a bunch of SJW cucks. But we're funnier at it.
Cuck is another word that
it's coming back. It's coming back, right?
It is coming back.
We're claiming it.
But cuck is like, it's
because cuck was like, cuckold meant like, I think it was like a duck that like took in other kids that like weren't theirs.
It was some type of bird. Yeah, they took in kids that weren't theirs.
So they were called cuckolds. And then eventually on like, you know, SJW era, we started.
Well, I think cuckold has more roots in the animal kingdom than you think. Because I was watching a video about it yesterday. It's also related to like deers. Like when deers lose a fight, they lose their woman too, because their woman like dries up and doesn't respect them.
This is a very famous video that I feel like everyone should watch. I don't know if he's gonna take it down if we post it in, but whatever.
There's been an interesting phenomenon on the internet over the last couple of years. It's the emergence of the word cuck as an insult. The only problem is, nobody really seems to know what it means. It seems to be used by extremely sensitive people who are easily upset by opinions that are different from their own. So they fall back to using this insult as a catch-all, like a verbal crutch gluing together partial sentences and bits and pieces of ideas and thoughts they want to express, but can't. You can hear it coming over the horizon like a swarm of angry geese. Cock, 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 cock.
Remember we used to do that?
Cock, cock, cock.
We used to cock, 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 cock. Do you remember we used to do that back in school?
Yeah.
I forgot who we said it to, but we said it to somebody.
I think I started because of this video. I heard it and I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna. Yeah, you know who it was that we did it to.
Cock, 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 cock. Sometimes they get so angry they can't even complete a full thought without blurting it
Donald Trump Fam 1.
out.
That's such a
actually,
fake ass
Meroff,
account.
The true cost of illegal
Oh
immigration
no, it's his account. He just like changed it to
Oh.
like make like
is
the...
It never ends. And the worst part is that they think they're being funny, original, and clever. Like nobody has heard this word before. Ironically, they're the ones who seem most confused because people who use
I hate
this
this
word
thing
as
that
an
liberals
insult
do,
don't-
or like anybody that's like slightly on the left, when they try to like throw around, or I guess throw around, or like try to like shoehorn like the easily triggered thing into their points. Like there'll be like a conservative that gets mad about like a gay kid doing some gay shit, and they'll be like, "Oh, what, are you easily triggered?" Like, shut
There's
the
been
fuck
an
up.
interesting
Don't do that.
except people who watch their significant enjoy orgies. Except for some reason, it's inherently shameful. If it's you watching two other people have sex, that's just called watching porn. Except people who watch porn aren't called cucks. You only seem to be a cuck if the person you're watching have sex is someone you are also in a relationship with. So the only crucial difference is that you are in love with the person you're watching have sex. So in essence, when someone calls you a cuck,
Yeah,
they're
I'm in love with
communicating a few things to you.
Riley Reid.
First, that love is
You have like the most cooked like
don't know any
database of like porn stars.
I'm sorry, I don't know any porn stars. She's the only one I can think. Or me.
You only know her from like the Logan Paul vlogs.
important to them. They don't care if you watch people have sex so long as you're not in love with one or both of them, which makes total sense if you ignore all the different types of relations.
The whole reason why this guy crashed out, I'm gonna go on a little tangent. So like I think I told you before, it was wait, hold up. Oh my gosh. So this guy had a podcast with this other guy, Dick Masterson, called The Biggest Problem in the Universe. And they had like a whole like they had a big falling out, but they were gonna keep the show going on afterwards, like even though they weren't friends. But then what's it called? So yeah, wait, fuck. Oh my god, what's up with the... So this was the guy that was like, "Oh, you shouldn't call them cock," and then this was the other guy, Dick Masterson. But they had a falling out, and I think part of the falling out was that he started going out with like his ex-girlfriend, and so that's how the falling out happened. And
So Dick Masterson went out with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and then it got I don't know, like built onto that, and then eventually they just like ended the podcast, and they both started doing the Shepherd shit. Except Dick, he started doing his own podcast like right away, and he had the producer of the other podcast of the previous podcast like with him, and so everyone just went there. And then Maddox, that was the other guy, he just like went into like his cuck cave or something, and like like hid for like a couple years, or he was making like YouTube, like the one he did, it was like yeah, it was like 9 years ago, and I think it ended 10 years ago. So it was starting like I think that's why people were just like insulting it, but also he was just like a lefty and everything. But let's see. Yeah, now he's just like, oh my god, what is he saying? Yeah, like he does stuff like this. Like, come on, bro. Like
What the fuck?
this is just like low level rage bait.
Guy.
And
It's shit
oh my
like
god,
that
he's
that I
getting
hate.
81K views, but it's funny because he was let me see. Allegedly, he was like one of the OG like what's it called? Like men's right guys. But like there are some book like allegedly this book is called like what's it called? The Alphabet of Manliness. And I heard allegedly that he denounced everything in his book, but like their whole thing, it wasn't even like really political. It was more just like, you know, being like men's right activists type guys. And now Dick is still like, you know, doing his shit, and successful and everything. But Max is like, he's like successful, but in like the non-blacklisted way. So like I don't know, like now the only people who like him are like these AstroTurf liberals, because like I guess he still gets views and shit, but it's very rare. But it seems like he's like aligned himself really far with like the far right, because all these people call him cucks. But that's the short version of it from what I understand.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like, I know throughout history words change their meaning over time. So like I understand like it's kind of annoying when people throw a word around without actually knowing what it means, but
I wish there was a way to stop it. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking from everyone. I wish there was a way to stop it. Anyway, let me move on to a spin-off of that topic, which is Chris Pratt. So I was pretty surprised that he said something about Charlie. Or there's a few people I was surprised that, like, you know, they came out of the woodworks, but like in a good way to, you know, like, you know, be like, pray for Charlie, or like R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, all that stuff. But he was one of the people that came out, and, you know, with most people, they kind of knew he was like at least Christian.
mm-hmm.
We all know he's Christian, but like we kind of assumed, you know, he was like, you know, closeted conservative or something like that on some level. Why are you laughing?
It's just funny because it's like nowadays you have to like stay in the closet.
You gotta.
It's like the new version of coming out the closet is like
yeah.
the new version of coming out the closet is saying that you're a conservative.
Yeah, but we kind of like, there are some warnings or signs, stuff like that.
Elliot Page,
like, what about?
Or Ellen Page, excuse me. Ellen Page said that he was going to a church that was openly anti-transgender, transphobic.
Oh, so that, because I know there's a bunch of people that like canceled him or like all that stuff, and I just think it's funny that like you can't allow like one guy to like not be like in front of your whole and be like part of your whole system, and then they just go after him. Like another one was Zachary Levi, the guy who played Shazam.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember because he did an interview with Michael Knowles, no?
Yeah, and he did an interview with Trump, or he was at one of the Trump rallies, and then so like right when that happened, all these like fucking Cape shit fans were like, "Man, fuck him, he's a piece of shit." But
well, it's funny because Mario Lopez.
We have to deal with all of this shit. Like we have to enjoy entertainment, and we just gotta be like, when they post some stupid ass shit, we gotta be like, you know what, fuck it. Like I just like their acting or whatever. Like with fucking like I'll kind of defend Pedro Pascal. I fucking hated him in Fantastic Four, but I'll kind of defend him and be like, you know, he has some good roles. You know, like it doesn't really matter if he's in a lot of movies, but you know, fuck it. Like he's here. It's like what else can you do? But we gotta tolerate all this shit. But then one person just like goes to church or whatever, or like goes to like one Trump rally, and you guys just like lose your mind.
What was that thing with Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah,
I don't know if he was catching a lot of flack.
I know him from Extra. You never saw that?
Extra?
It was one of those like gossip news things that would air at, like after school.
Oh no, yeah, I knew about him.
Said like, no, I'm not homosexual. I don't know.
No, I wasn't tapped in on that. But no, yeah, I had seen him resurface recently on the Hollows app. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing on the Hollows app?
Yeah, because he was making stuff with what's his name, with Marky Mark.
Yeah, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And then I started looking more into like Mario Lopez, and then I found out he's a fucking conservative. I'm like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. But there's like these Mexican niggas on the internet that were like calling him out, basically saying like, oh, how can you be a conservative? You're betraying your people, yada yada yada. But like,
yeah, so
like, what do you want him to do?
Keep in mind, bro, like all these people, they're like California conservatives.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, for them to like come out and be like
very brave,
it's still kind of like they gotta like, you know, they gotta put their chest up. But it's crazy for him. So like after this one, and then like the new Mario movie comes out, and I guess the thing I understand about people shitting on him is he's kind of like he is like the right wing version of Pedro Pascal, because he's always in a bunch of roles that like people don't want him to be in, like the Mario one. I haven't seen the movie, but
that did throw me off. I'm like, why the fuck
I'm
is
like,
he in
I don't
Mario?
really want to see it, but I don't know. Maybe he's alright in that one. And then he was Garfield in the recent Garfield reboot.
I forgot about that.
And people were just like, no, this fucking sucks. Like, but there's like a meme for a minute that like Chris Pratt is just gonna be like the generic like Hollywood person that they give voices to when they don't have like any other person to give it to, or when they don't want to give it to like actual voice actors or whatever that is. But I understand that part of shitting on him, but it's not really his fault. It's really like Hollywood's fault, because they don't want to put their trust in like, or well, in America, there's no actual good voice actors. I'm sorry, but there's no actual good voice actors. Like I don't care how good the Dragon Ball ones were. I don't care about that. There's like no.
I don't think there's any good nowadays, but I think back in the day there used to be good voice actors.
I think all the good ones are in English wise. They're in the UK. Because
I've never seen any British British television.
Well, just voice actors.
I'm not hating either. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because there's like a few dubs that have been done in like British English, and they feel more like immersive. Like off the top of my head, the first arc of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Dark Souls games, like all the ones that the people who make Dark Souls games, they have British voice actors, and from what I understand, some of those voice actors, like they worked in like theater and everything, so they do actually have more. They're not just like from
the streets. They actually have some like artistic.
No, what I'm saying is that they didn't just start out like being voice actors. Like they were hired at like an anime convention, because that's how all these people over here start. From what I've seen, is like those are like the only decent ones. But again, I don't really see a lot of English dubs.
I know you're gonna laugh, but for me, I was thinking of like Invincible.
Those are all celebrity ones.
And well, no, there's other ones that are voice actors, like the voice of Optimus Prime, Azula,
Peter Cullen.
Who else?
But those are all old ones.
Who else I'm trying to think of? Cause I was I was like sewing over like
Tara Strong.
Tara Strong, that's the voice of the mom, right?
Tara Strong is the voice of Timmy Turner.
Timmy Turner?
Yeah.
Whose fucking voice does she do?
She did Raven from Teen Titans.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then but that chick that does the one that grapes fucking what's his name? Mark from Invincible. She has like so many other roles that she does. I say Azula because that's like I think her most famous one.
Okay, let me clarify. Cartoon wise, just cartoon wise, they're still good voice actors. But when I was saying English voice actors, I was really mainly talking about anime and video game, because it seems like for anime and video games, they seem to like be in the same circle, especially if they're dubbing like Japanese games. So those are the only ones I'm really familiar with. But I would say in that realm, there's like not really a lot of good voice actors. But I would say all the good voice actors, cartoon wise, they're still kind of like regurgitated, like same actors over and over again. And I guess you could say the same thing for the Japanese voice actors. It's the same thing, but it's weird. It's like in Japan, they're kind of treated like royalty. But then in Japan or in America, all these voice actors, they're just like, oh, like I'm gonna go to a con and have them sign my like Rainbow Dash cum plushie, like stuff like that. Like they're treated just like fucking in the trenches.
I heard that the lady that does Goku's like treated like God over there. I don't know how true that is.
And then there was a what was it? There was a meeting recently in of the two Naruto voice actors, because the one who's in do you ever see that show Lab Rats?
I heard of it.
The one on Disney XD. Like there's like a principal, and the principal is voiced by like the English dub voice actress of Naruto. So whenever like she says something, it's just funny because you can hear Naruto out of her. But they had like a meeting or whatever, and it's funny how like they're like in Japan they're treated as royalty, but then they'll come over here and they're probably getting more money to be in an American convention, but it's just like a fucking like shithole. Like they have to walk on all these fucking fat retarded nerds and everything, but they're getting paid way the fuck more than they would if they were in Japan, probably. Or I'm pretty. You
know who looks really. You know who's a good voice actor for video games? The one who does Kratos.
Joe Budden.
No, no.
Did you hear that Joe Budden allegedly he did a test or an audition for God of War?
No, I didn't hear that. But the nigga that does the voice acting for God of War, he's like so like tapped out of the fucking.
Like he doesn't do other shit. That's what you're telling me.
Well, no, because he comes from like classical like theater and shit.
Yeah, he was in Stargate. Christopher Judge.
Yeah, because he's so like even the way he treats the fans are like get the fuck away from me.
He was in Dark Knight Rises.
He was?
Well, it seems like he was in actual movies.
Yeah. He actually has like a decent discography.
So it seems like he like they remind me of someone else. There was someone else who like they they were like an actual actor, and then they just like fell into doing voice acting.
I think I know who you're talking about. Is it in English, like an American guy?
Yeah, an American person. Oh, the guy, Walter. What's his name?
I know what you're talking about. Mike. Yeah, Mike from Breaking Bad.
Mike Emintrout.
Well, he fell into fucking voice acting.
Emintrout, fictional character. Dude, the render from Breaking Bad. He was who else was he? He was I think he played Gordon in the Arkham games. Yeah.
You know, it's funny when you it's funny cuz like I feel like a lot of these guys get tricked into playing video games.
Like playing roles or like playing video games?
Or playing roles.
Oh, like they told him like, "Oh, you're going to be this in a movie," and then they're like, "Oh, you just got to say this."
Because like in I think Rockstar does that on purpose. Because like I know one thing that like Rockstar is like famous for is like the people that they have playing their characters, like Arthur Morgan, John Marston, or fucking Franklin. You know who Franklin, Trevor, and Mike are. Yeah, you know who they are because it's like a cultural fucking phenomenon. But oh wait, go up. That's the guy that plays Trevor. Better Call Saul, right there. That's the guy. Yeah, he plays Trevor in GTA.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he plays Trevor, but when his agency was telling him like, "Oh, we're gonna get you in this role," like he thought he was gonna be a part of some show called Grand Theft Auto or some shit like that. So like every time these like gamers like go up to him like, "Trevor," like you know, because Trevor says like extreme shit like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you and bend you over," blah blah blah. They always tell him like, "Oh, hey Trevor, can you say this?" He's like, "Get the fuck away from me!" Like he has like such a visceral reaction to the fans. But like the guy that plays John Marston in Red Dead Redemption, he's pretty like he got tricked into it too. Like he didn't know that he was doing like a cowboy video game, but he's just like, man, I can go with it. I fuck with it.
Scum, criminals, and worse. Commissioner Gordon is both a father, a friend.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I guess going, I guess and like if you want to have good voice actors, I think you have to like the at least in the West, because the actual voice actors in America, they're like so formulated on just doing the generic Toonami English dub era voices. They're so like conditioned to that they're never gonna evolve out of that, and they don't really need to evolve out of that because all these people are going to all the people who are gonna use dubs anyways, they're just gonna stick with dubs. But because they're stuck in that like framework, they're never gonna like get higher, and then like higher quality. And then the people who are doing cartoons, you've seen it, bro. Like all these people who are in cartoons, they're just like I'm talking about like adult oriented cartoons, like, or like Cartoon Network level cartoons. Like they're just like random people who have like funny voices.
Oh my god, yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're just like random people they know that have like funny voices. I don't know. I feel like I would not be able to be a cartoon voice.
I think I could do it.
Yeah, you could probably do it.
I think I could. I've had a couple people tell me to become like a voice actor.
Yeah.
Can you imagine they give me like a fucking Scottish character?
Yeah.
And it's just my fucking black ass.
You could be like, one of those guys just voices like 10 different characters.
Like that's what I should do. I should look into that because like it'll be funny. Like they have like, let's say what's the name of that movie Mel Gibson does, Braveheart?
Yeah.
Like they do like a cartoon version. It's just me doing like all the dubbing.
Yeah.
Like we got to go and take down the king's army, and then like all the fans like let's say there's like some like far right fans, they just see me like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you should get tapped into that, I guess. But yeah, so going back in.
Oh my god, we went so off the fucking group.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie got announced. I guess that also shows him like how far that he's gonna like, you know, just say what he believes in. He doesn't care anymore, type shit. But yeah, no, this was like whatever. But then this one came out.
Lord, you say, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. In this moment, please.
This came out yesterday.
Calm my restless mind. Quiet my anxious heart. Help me set aside distractions, and choose what gives life and gives peace, that I find rest
Yeah, can you like
and
skip that a little
joy
bit?
in your presence. Amen. Okay, now you can continue strolling, or you can turn your phone off and go outside. Might I suggest the latter?
So all he did was just like he just gave like a little, you know, like a little
Random
prayer,
prayer.
and then he just said like, you know what, like if you saw this, like don't like you can go do something else. You don't have to be online all the time. Because this shit's like, especially I assume his timeline is all just like, you know, Charlie Kirk being shot and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, you know what, just take a step out, take a breather. There's other things to do. I'm gonna show you the quote tweets right now.
Oh my god.
Remember when this guy used to be funny and likable? Oh, Russell Brand. Okay, no. His eyes not fully closed all the way. He can read the verses. Yeah, these ones.
I mean, I do think it's a little cringe when you see people like praying on the internet and shit like that. Like if it's like an actual religious leader, then I'm like, all right, respect. I have to hit him with the what is this?
Whatever.
The bald
No,
one.
look at this one. Whenever actors get political and religious at the same time, it's just hard to enjoy them anymore. Especially when they play the most likable and memorable. Like, and this, oh my gosh, dude, it's just fucking. So this guy can't enjoy the fucking Lego movie anymore. Even though the Lego movie's a fucking like a capitalist fucking analogy or something, because Chris Pratt did a prayer, like.
Well, I do think it's a little cringe when like non-religious leaders try to lead people in prayer, but yeah, I don't understand how that ruins your enjoyment, because these are the same people that still listen to Drake, still listen to like Jay-Z, still listen to like R. Kelly and shit. Well, maybe not R. Kelly, because R. Kelly's like the one guy that we have to like not say that we actually like listening to, but like they'll still listen to guys like, or even King Von. They'll listen to like King Von.
I feel like the reason this bothers me is just because whenever. Like
so why are you
just
freaking
like
out
there's
about
just
that?
like a
Not
yeah
you,
when
them.
whenever there's just like an earnest like someone being honest, there are all these people who are just like, again, they're just hating on him because he's like the only one that's like not on their side, that's not like a totally like liberal person that's in the fucking Marvel movies and shit. Honestly, I hope James Gunn makes him Batman.
You think so? Is that like an actual rumor?
No, well, I heard James Gunn said that he says something like, oh, if what's his name was older, or what if Chris Pratt was like 10 years younger, he probably would have made him Superman.
Oh shit!
Like just like dyed his hair black and turned him and made him Superman.
That
Like,
would have been decent.
If he was the age that Star-Lord was in the first one, now he would have made him Superman. He said something like that. But as a joke, people have been saying like there it's out there that he's probably gonna be in a role because he's still friends with him. Like even though like James Gunn is like, you know, whatever, he's still gonna be like, oh no, like let's have Chris in a movie. You know, he's one of my guys. From what I understand, you can correct me if I'm wrong or not. Guardians of the Galaxy was basically like, except for like the Infinity War and the Avengers shit, it was kind of like its own thing, and like James Gunn didn't really like there wasn't really like that much intervene.
Yeah, it was self-contained.
Yeah, stuff from the other Marvel shit, and that's why even the last one, again, I haven't seen any of the fucking movies. That's why all the three of them are so good, even though Marvel was turning to shit at the recent era or whatever. But yeah, allegedly he's like, you know, he said eventually, like I think most of the Guardians niggas, like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put them in the movie. But I hope he makes Batman Chris Pratt just so that these fucking people will lose their minds.
Just to make them like suffer even more. But I think what your problem is, like, not that I'm calling you out, but you're not working within their framework. Because like I have met actual liberals like that like they get triggered.
No,
I know.
Yeah, I know what they I know what they're trying to emote, what they're trying to say. They're trying to say is that, oh, why does he have to do this, or why does he have to?
And then they'll find a way to like shoehorn like far right like white supremacy into his little prayer.
What does Jap have to say?
Oh God.
I seriously don't get why people are saying to banish girl. No,
oh, okay,
he was on our side. Or no, it's more like he doesn't understand, which is like me too. Like I didn't understand why they were trying to like cancel him and everything.
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, not that I don't understand. but,
We
like,
know why. It's literally just because he's Christian, which
Well, yeah.
is fucked up.
literally that's the only reason why. But like, I'm so amazed at how they're able to do like the mental gymnastics to associate him saying that prayer with like Charlottesville.
I think what it is just that it's like the cult of opinion, or like whoever has the most popular opinion just spreads.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know these people, they just go like, it's kind of like how like with Pedro Pascal, we just hear like one person be like, oh, he's, and then we all just go like, yeah, fuck Pedro Pascal. So one of these guys hears one, even with the other guy, Zachary Levi, they go, oh shit, they go like, oh yeah, he's fucking a Trumper or whatever, fuck him. And now all these people are like, yeah, fuck him. And then they'll be like, yeah, that movie was ass. Even like there's like literally these people will flip flop on anything. If there was like if he had like one movie, Zachary Levi,
Mm-hmm.
he had like one movie come out and everyone was just saying it was shit, and it was literally just because he like flip flopped. It had nothing to do with the actual movie. But then if he didn't flip flop, or he just had like a he was like more left lane, they would be like, oh no, this is like an artistic fucking indie film or whatever.
I think it's the same thing with Ye. Check out my Ye series if you guys haven't seen it yet. Shameless plug, but it's the same thing with Ye, because like Ye came out with music that was objectively good, but these niggas just wanted to hate on it because the popular opinion at the time was that, oh, he's a fucking nutcase, he's voting for Trump, these people on the right are taking advantage of him, of his mental illness. And it's like, why can't you just like enjoy the music? Like Donda was goated and so many people hated on it. And it's like, why the fuck you hating on it? Because the popular opinion at the time is like, oh, well, fuck Ye because he's a Trumper and now he's a Nazi, so it's like, oh, fuck this guy, we can't like his music. It's like, oh, it's good fucking music.
Yeah, it was pretty telling that with the recent ones that that Anthony Fantano like said that they were like unreviewable.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally because I think he even admits it, that he can't separate like
Art from the artist.
Yeah, the art from the artist.
But it's funny because like Kendrick Lamar did those songs with Kodak Black, and Kodak Black is a rapist. He raped a bitch.
Or even Playboy Cardi.
Oh, he did too. Oh, he beat his girl, right?
Yeah, he beat his girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like shit like that. Like it's like, okay, so you can't associate with Ye because he said, you know, all the shit he said about Hitler or the Cousins song, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's the same thing. Like even with the YG song, with the check out that reaction if you guys haven't seen it yet. The one where he talks about like how he got like touched as a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, isn't it both equally bad that they were both like basically molested as children, but they'll like hyperfixate on how gay Cousins is, and man, I don't fuck with that shit. But then with like YG song, like niggas just hear that and be like, yeah, man, like.
Wait, have you heard people like shit on the Cousin song?
Yeah, because of the people on my job, like they'll be like, man, who's your favorite rapper? I'll be like, oh yeah, man, like Dirk and Ye, and they'll look at me like, what the fuck, like because they're so diametrically like opposed to one another. Well,
Yeah.
not that they're opposed, because they're actually friends in real life, but they're like the type of audience that they have is like two completely different fucking like there's no like crossing. Like they don't like their fan base can't even like slightly like cross each other. So it's like they're so diametrically opposed in that sense that when I tell people that, they're like, what the fuck? Like, you know, Ye's gay, right? I'm like, or Kanye's gay, right? I'll be like, he's not gay. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like the song where he said he sucked his cousin's dick, like, but he was a kid that didn't know any better. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not to go off the goop, but it's like when you look at the statistics of like people that have like done gay shit in their life unknowingly, it's like fucking like niggas. It's like 60-70% of guys that have done some shit, you know what I mean, but maybe they unwillingly knew what it was, not unwillingly, but they unknowingly did it, you know what I mean. Not saying I did it, but I'm just saying that like it's an alarming amount of men that actually have type shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just there's like some things that people don't want to think about, like the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, like when it comes to people, like they're never gonna like push on it.
Mm-hmm.
They're never gonna give them the benefit of the doubt or like think outside the box, because, you know, for some people it's like literally just like too hard to think.
Yeah, that's what it is, because they don't want to have to think enough to really question. Well, who says that? I think
it
Joe
is
Rogan.
too hard to think, right?
It is hard to think, but like Joe Rogan says it the best. He's like, if it completely breaks your entire worldview, you don't even want to begin to fucking think about it.
That's why they always say like, oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to, because if that shatters everything,
yeah,
then it's like, fuck, like where do I go from here? Where do I get my identity from? So like, you know, the whole thing with the Cousin song is like, oh, well, he's gay for that. But in the same breath, if they heard the YG song, they'll be like, oh, well, man, we got to bring awareness to this shit. So what the like, no, like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. But it's the same thing, like, even with like some of the Freudian psychology, like what I just brought up right now, that's like loosely related to Freudian psychology. If you tell people about it, like, oh, well, you're low-key attracted to your parents, they're like, bro, you're fucking weird. Don't talk to me about that shit. But then they'll go pay like $1,000 to go see a therapist to tell them that. Then they get hooked on Prozac.
Or they'll read the, what's it called, the Odyssey. Or they'll see the Odyssey, and they'll see where the Oedipus complex comes from, and they'll go like, wow. It's just that they the way that to make them think is that you gotta repackage it differently.
You have to know how to frame it in a way that they'll understand.
You have to know how to repackage. It's like when they repackage a movie, like I don't know, like a
here's a better example.
Liam Neeson movies, 4-pack. Maybe if you sneak that one movie in, they'll be like, maybe if you put in Phantom Menace in, they'll be like,
well, here's
man, this was a good movie.
The thing is, like, this is like an example that I noticed. Like, whenever you see people like debating Catholics, right? Like, if they're debating like a minority, it's always a minority. They can never like actually sit there and talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, man, what? Like, it completely goes over their head.
You know, maybe we just need to be we need to have vehicles of repackaging, and I guess this is one of them. It's the Black Truth. One of the, oh my god, why I gotta start the intro again? Fuck.
It never ends. It's just an ongoing loop.